escape to realms beyond the night. Dream, can't you show me light?
Well, hello again, my babies, my lads and lords and lilies. Hey, we keep going, baby. We keep going. We keep going. You know what's happening now. The doorway is open, baby. The doorway is open. That's right. I don't know what you call that. Sanguine something. Let's write that down. Sanguine, baby. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought we'd have just a little bit more fun with the prime suspect. You know, I always love hearing from the prime when I read the documents, especially what the defense tells me, because they seem to have much more in their documents. Oh my God. Yeah. So we're gonna have a little bit more fun. We're gonna follow the bouncing ball. That's okay. Ready? Let's follow the bouncing ball, lovelies and lilies and lads and lords of the garden. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Some of this stuff is interesting. All right, here we go. Here we go. Interview, right? Interview 4 days after the murder by Gooch. All right. Always drunk. Always drunk. Always drunk and tired. All right. Asleep and probably very drunk when she woke up around 4. Right. Always 4 o'clock. Always 4 o'clock. Throughout the interview, the prime expressed uncertainty about what she heard and saw and did not know if it was real again or if it was a dream or if her mind was playing with her. Yeah, I think that's the key fucking sentence right there. I'm sure her mind was playing with her. Yeah. Been playing with her a lot. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I bet. She described the intruder and told the Gooch that she recalled seeing his eyebrows, his bushy eyebrows, but she did not recall the color. Okay, there we go into the color. She did not remember the eyes. Okay, I want to go up just a little bit more. More than 8 hours after seeing the intruder, the prime suspect was interviewed by Lion 4. Yeah, at the scene, nobody was separated. And again, at the police department 4 times. It was confusing to Dylan the prime, my opinion, speculation only, that the intruder looked at her. Okay, let's read that again. It was confusing to the prime that the intruder, the lone wolf, right? The lone psycho wolf, BK, right? The lone psycho wolf with no history of violence or any ties to the girls, that the lone wolf looked at her. So she admits, yeah, he looked at me. We were looking at each other, but did not come towards her or say anything. Oh my God. Anyway, okay. So I just want to just point out a few little things like that. So she admits that the prime, the wolf, the lone wolf, saw her. But magically, poof, let's let Miss Dylan live for some fucking reason. All right. I don't know why. I know what. Well, I know why. It's because, well, the prime. All right. How many more times do we have to go over this? I don't know. Hey, but anyway, I just thought we'd play a little game. That's all. I do want to play a game. It's called How Many Times Can You Say Drunk and Tired in 5 Interviews? I don't know. Maybe 100. Remember, guys, what do we call that? A cover. That's right. Anyway, hey, what else we doing? All right. What else we doing? What did we forget along the way? What did we forget along the way in our journeys here? with this case. What did we forget? What do we forget? No. Don't know. A case like this, your mind can go anywhere. Anywhere. I don't know. I don't want to talk about, I try not to talk about the exact same stuff that everybody else talks about, which I see a lot of, especially on the bigger channels. I see a lot of like same, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's why I didn't want to get into this and Ray and meh. I mean, of course, if he gets on the stand, if he gets on the stand, of course, I mean, he's going to be wonderful for the defense. There's no question about that. He's going to be an absolute gem for them. And really, I mean, what's the prosecution going to really do to neutralize him? I don't know. I mean, they could maybe try to they might try to tear down his credibility, Of course, they're going to try to do that. They're going to try to bring up something that made him look bad in some fashion. They're going to try to do that, of course. But really, they can't really go after him on the technology. They can't, because he essentially invented the shit, right? I mean, essentially. I mean, he just didn't upgrade. He wasn't in charge of all the software upgrading, but no, I mean, how are you going to try to pick him apart when it comes to the tech, the actual knowledge you're going to need, to understand what we're talking about when it comes to, signals and Wi-Fi shit and towers and I mean, how they're not going to be able to like penetrate his knowledge of any of that. There's no way. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of questions you could really ask somebody like that to make them seem like they're not credible to the specific things of this case they're talking about, not their overall credibility, I don't know, an opinion that wasn't agreed with in another case. I mean, so what? I don't know. But, yeah. So, Ray, yeah. So that's all I really want to say about him, because, hey, we all read his affidavits. We all read it. We all seen his stuff, And, the bottom line, look, we don't have to get stupid and complicated with shit, right? The bottom line is, if he gets on a stand, the state is going to have a very difficult time trying to make him look bad. I'm just saying that right now. I mean, we all know that, I think. I mean, again, you're talking to the person who knows this tech in more than anybody, really. I mean, essentially, maybe a handful of people understand the tech to his level of understanding, I would guess. I mean, hell, if you're training, I mean, you think about this. If you're training all these agencies on your shit, well, you must know something, right? Guys, come on. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, right? So I don't get it. I don't get it. But, hey, yeah. I mean, that's the conclusion with that is, yeah, he's on a stand and the state's going to look bad. The state is going to look pretty bad if he's allowed to testify to certain, they could still, we don't know. I mean, they could still somehow, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but they could somehow keep him out. It's not out of the realm of possibility at this point. Yeah, because he's one of defense's strongest experts. I mean, God, probably the strongest. Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be a shit show of a trial. I know that fucking right now. I mean, a trial is gonna be if it again, guys. I get this weird feeling, guys. Weird feeling. I don't know. It's gonna go to trial. Okay. I don't want to get all goofy. I don't know. I still feel there's one more monkey wrench coming in this whole thing somewhere. And no, I cannot prove that in any degree. I don't know. It's just a feeling. Just a feeling, baby. It's just, oh, baby. Remember when we first started? It was like, yeah, come on now, baby. Oh, yeah. That's how Tyrone used to come out. But since Master Nature and everybody mutinied, or not mutinied, but we got exiled. We exiled ourselves, remember? And so ever since we came back, it's been kind of like an open door. It's really weird. Like, Master Nature, like, lets us talk. By spirit riding like this and by letting us possess him. See, you don't understand that. When Master Nature isn't talking in his normal voice, he is actually possessed. I didn't know if you guys knew that. Like, if you're missing the whole point. So, like, when other stuff coming out, when my Master Nature's gone. Like, he's like flying like in the wind. Like his brain is just like in like lost in Kansas somewhere, I guess. I don't know. Maybe in Arizona. I don't fucking know either. I don't know what goes on in Arizona or Kansas or fucking California. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah. Tyrone is one of these spirit guides who he's very selective in what he cares about. So Tyrone cares about love, flower lilies, your dating life. Remember that. Tyrone always interested in that. So again, when we ever get the show going, you can ask Tyrone anything you want about your dating life, about your love life, anything to do with flower lilies. Like, Tyrone be happy to answer those questions for you. But we ain't there yet, are we? No, we not. And MD, look, everybody gives MD a bad rap. Nobody like MD. I don't know. MD comes to me crying the other day, and he said, and I'm not gonna impersonate him. He'll probably do that himself. But he said, Tyrone, I don't think anybody really likes my stuff when I put it on for Master Nature and put it on here for the followers, for the garden. And he started crying to me and he said, I don't think people really like me. And I said, well, MD, you have to understand, some people get offended. Well, I don't know, but they get offended by certain things that, maybe you say that you don't mean to. Things that you wouldn't find offensive that maybe some people will find offensive. And that's all. It don't mean they like don't like you. I think it's just more like sometimes the message is just, well, it's like, how do I take this? Should I laugh or should I just be offended? I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your mind, guys. I don't fucking know. Hey, all I know is right here. Wait a minute. See, it changes every goddamn minute. It was 3:01. Now, when I'm filming this shit, I thought I saw 3:02, but now I'm afraid, and I'm not gonna pause it. I don't even know how to fucking pause it. But I think it's at 3:03 right now. So, anyway, that's oh man, 3-3, baby. Oh yeah. You know what that's called? That's called the Trinity, baby. That's right. That's what it's called, baby. You know how it is. All right. So anyway, sorry. So that's my thoughts on him right now. Pretty simple. Then I'm seeing shit like, Guys, I see all kinds of stupid shit. And you know what pisses me off? I'll tell you. Stanley. Not yet, Stanley. Not yet. I know. You're coming, Stanley. I know it. I can feel you. I can feel you. Hey, I know it. Believe me. But I don't know. I just can't believe like some of the shit I see. And the shit I'm seeing is getting like, I don't know, like tons, like thousands of views. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get. Do I have to show like? Here's what I have to do. Do I have to show like pictures of like the perps and or the primes, the prime? Like, do I show pictures of them and the you know the the victims? Jeez. I mean, do we have to do that? Just like show like pictures of that shit on my splashdown, right? Fuck you. No, I don't know, but I'm just amazed at the number of fucking views. I'm like, holy god. I mean, I'm not showing my face, and I'm not doing any fancy graphics right now, But damn, all right, maybe that's what it takes. Maybe I need fancy graphics and showing my face. I don't think that's ever gonna fucking happen in your life ever. Ain't that right, Master Nature? I don't know about that. We'll see. All right. So where the hell are we? I don't fucking know. Where are we, Master Nature? Now we're in the mud. Hey, did I ever tell you? Well, I told this story before. Yeah, about. I'm not getting into the bog again. I'm not getting into the fucking bog. Oh my god. Don't get me started on the bog. Another aspect I don't think we ever talked about. I never talked about was, and I know a lot of others have, a lot of others, and well, they talked about it very well, and they certainly researched it a shit ton more than I ever will. That's for sure. But the whole. Oh, God. See, this is so stupid to me. Not stupid, but it's just like, oh, God. How many mud trips do you really want to go on? I mean, oh, man. Okay, we never got into the cult stuff. And we never got into that. We never got into that stuff. Ritual. Yet. Well, a little bit. If you know what I mean, and you watching the shit, you know where I'm at with ritual. But I don't know. In terms of a cult, like that shit, I guess then we'd have to say ritual, but I don't know. I don't know. It's too much for me. It really is. I mean, Jesus. I mean, okay, I'll give this. I'll give this to my logic. I'll give this. I'll sacrifice a little bit. You can't be logical all the time, right? You have to drink and smoke a little bit. Jesus Christ. I'll give this. Some of the parents of these people, of the people who are unalived, and maybe even the ones who were not unalived, I could see some of them being in some sort of, I don't want to call it a cult, because when I think of a cult, okay, the word cult is thrown around so fucking much, It really is. And any group can say, any group, could be like interpreted, if they're doing weird shit, could be interpreted, that's a cult. No. I mean, you're kind of right, but it's no. When I think of a cult, I think of like, fuck. Jim Jones. That's what I think of. Okay. I don't know about these maybe ifs, new age. I don't know. I don't know. So we hear I'm not getting into this shit. I am not getting into this. I'm not getting into Odin, even though I'm a psychic. I probably should. Right, guys? I probably fucking should. But no, I'm not going to do that. Because look, okay, I'll be a smartass. If you couldn't prove it in Delphi, right, which is where you should have proved it, that was your strongest proof that this shit was going on. That was Delphi, baby. That was fucking Delphi. That was your chance right there to expose some of this cult shit, cult-ish. All right, but it didn't happen yet. It didn't happen. So now we can't. And this case has nothing. This case, no. The Idaho Ford, no. Like I said, their parents may have been in some kind of like exclusive, maybe type of, club-ish type of thing. I could see that. Maybe not club. Something along that, though, But like a cult, to me, that's a fucking stretch. Big stretch. I can see some sort of religion. Okay, true. I've heard this echo. Religious, religious practices, let's just say. So, tied in with this stuff. All right, whatever. That's their parents and shit. I mean, so what? So fucking what? So what if their parents are into weird fucking shit? Don't matter. What does that matter now? What does that matter in 1122, right? What does that matter there? Right? I don't know. How does that get them unalived? Like, come on. Unless they have, then you can get really stupid with all of it. They have some sort of like unaliving ritual every fucking 4 years, and it always happens around, it always happens. It could be from October to, well, November, or some, you know what I mean? You could fucking do whatever, and then you want to be then you're drowning in the mud. Drowning in the fucking mud. So look, I don't even touch the cult stuff or whatever it is. To me, that's just outlandish. You're never gonna prove any of it, ever. And if Delphi was your shot, Delphi was your fucking shot, okay? And it didn't happen. All right. Are you listening? Master Nature, why you pondering and looking at the weird candle? Can I ask you a question, Master Nature, please? It's been bugging me like all day, and but I think people don't like me on here, Master Nature. I don't know. I feel like I'm offending them or something. Tyrone told me that they hate me, and like he said, Master Nate, he said, well, MD, they don't like you because, like, well, your face. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Not my face again. And he said, well, yeah, it's true. The reason why people they don't like you is because your face. Master Nature, is that true? Is that true? Do you think your like the garden, the follower, they don't like me because of my face? Oh, MD, no. It has nothing to do with your face. It's not your face at all. I don't think anybody's ever seen your face. Well, maybe briefly. But, no, it has nothing to do with your face. Like I said, if somebody saw it, it was only for a really brief, like, second, okay? Maybe like maybe like 5 seconds, okay? That's it. That's tops, all right, MD? So it's really not your face. Um, but, you know, I mean, does that make sense? Uh, I guess so. It sounded a little weird to me, but okay. So it's not my face, even though no one's really only saw it for like 5 seconds. But then you tell me it's not my face. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll think about that. But I just hope, Master Nature, I don't want your followers to not like MD. Look, I don't drink Borgs, okay, guys? Please don't take it out on MD. Bye. I gotta go now. Bye. Bye. Ooh, boy. I'll tell you, MD's taking it hard, guys. I don't know. He has this notion in his head that you guys don't really like him, and I don't know even where it came from. I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe because I blocked some videos, but still, I still don't understand. But anyway, all right, guys, let's wrap it up with some. I don't know. Um, there's a couple other offshoots. Like, again, I'm not touching the fucking cult shit. No way. No way. I'm never gonna prove it. Never gonna prove it. Never gonna prove it. Never, ever, ever, ever gonna prove this shit. Never. Never, 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 never. Never. If it's even real cult, not cult-ish. Big difference. Big fucking difference. Arrgh. Anyway, no. What else? What else am I gonna say fuck you to? I don't know. Alright, guys. I think I'll end it on this note for tonight. My lovelies and lilies and lads and lords. I always hope you guys, when you go to sleep, I hope you guys drift off into the most beautiful dreamscapes that you could possibly imagine in your mind. Okay? That's what I hope every night when all of you go to sleep. I hope you all drift off into the most beautiful music, the most beautiful heaven, or whatever it is to you that is beauty, and peace. I hope your dreamscape is always going to be that. You know that? That's what I hope when I go to sleep. When Tyrone does, the spirits up here, it's weird. It's not like the kind of sleep that well, it's a different kind of sleep. It's more like we fold into ourselves. Okay, can you dig that? All right, I think you can dig that. So, anyway, before we go into that great sleep for the night, I'm still sleeping on the sidewalk. I was pondering this, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. It's gonna be real quick. It's a scary ponder. It's a scary pondering. It really is. I had to ask myself this question, guys. I had to reverse engineer shit. And first of all, I'm a terrible engineer. I couldn't build you a fucking, well, I can build you some things, but like if I had instructions, I could probably build you shit. Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. But I mean, if you have all the tools and shit and you know what you're doing, yeah, it might actually probably be pretty fucking hard. But anyway, this is scary pondering. I was thinking to myself, okay, if I reverse engineer stuff, if I go backwards, I don't know. I don't know. This is a weird thing. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Um. No. I don't know. I don't know. All right. What I'm talking about is. Yeah. I think we'll get to the scary pondering later. I could that way I can flesh it out a little bit better for you guys. I was just thinking about it's just a weird. It's nothing, you know. It's just more about lone wolf things, and that's all. Just about more lone wolf things, like just possibilities. You know, that's all possibilities. you know, just what would make sense, what wouldn't make sense. You know, thinking about that. Like for instance, you would have to, okay, uh, maybe, uh, maybe, maybe. Just thinking about how would the lone wolf know which door would be the best door to try to go into? I was thinking about that. How would you know that? Like, it's the door that you're choosing is that not the it's not an efficient way to go into the house. It's not. In fact, it looks like it's a pain in the ass to try to go up to the sliding glass door from that vantage. That would be like, oh, Christ, I don't know. So it's not, anyway, it's inefficient. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. It's not a efficient way to get into the place. Well, why would you go that? Why would you do that? I don't know. Why would you go into that? Why would you go in that way? Fucking weird. Fucking weird. Aren't they? I mean, why don't you just, how about this? If I'm not mistaken, there's windows around the house, right? The windows? Why don't you just try sneaking in one of the fucking windows? I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong that there's actually windows on the house. I mean, I just be like, hey, let me just sneak into a fucking window. you know? Like if I'm a lone wolf, why would I don't know. Why would I choose in a very I don't know. Why would I choose a really inefficient way to try to go into the house? you know? See? Okay. That's what that kind of shit I'm thinking about. But so that see you can rebut that though, guys, in a way by you can rebut that and you tell me if you can rebut that by saying, well, the reason he knew that was because he was watching the house. Yeah. The reason he knew that because he was watching the house. Okay. All right. He's watching the house. So I guess therefore he would somehow I don't know. He would somehow realize or I don't know. He would somehow come to the conclusion that or somehow know that well the sliding glass door is always is going to be open. it's always going to be open. It's always open. It's always going to be open, right? He would have to somehow come to that conclusion in order to make an attempt to break in that way. Well, actually, you know what? That's funny because in the documents, there was no forced entry. Interesting, right? No forced entry. Dun, dun, dun. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh. I guess it means, well, the sliding glass door is open. But how would he know that? Like, how would even by watching the house? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Would you just? I guess every time you watch the house, you just see that for some reason they don't lock the sliding door. I mean, every time you're watching the house, you just see that, right? You just see that. And then you just make a guess that, okay, well, on the night that I'm going to do what I'm going to fucking do, right? This is the night I'm going to do what I'm going to do, guys. I just know that sliding glass door is going to be open, right? Now, can you buy that? Can you buy that? All right, I'm going to leave it right there, my lovelies and lads and lords, but that's a good question, eh? Can you buy that? All right. I love you all. Tyrone, love you. MD, love you. Stanley, he has his own way of showing his appreciation. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it there. And of course, Master Nature, love you. Of course, always, my garden. It's our garden, by the way. Ours. Our garden. Okay. Let's have some beautiful dreamscapes tonight. Okay. Tyrone, love you all, babies. Okay. Good night, my lovelies. Good night, my lovelies.